Hello everyone. Oh, I need to get rid of that as well. Hello everyone. Welcome to a kind of in-prom last-minute sort of stream. Well, I planned to stream this for a bit. Just gonna turn that down. It's actually very loud in my ears. But let me know how it sounds on your end, if it's too quiet or too loud. Still quite loud in my ears, so I'm going to keep turning that down for all. Yeah, but let me know how this sounds on your end. So, I had been planning to do this stream for a while, but I know I announced it very last minute, because it really depended on when I was actually free to do it. I don't want to watch the intro. So I was free tonight, so I figured I'd put it on. Let's go into it. So a bit of background for me with BlazBlue. Oh, before I start, I do want to thank PQube for sending us this game to review. I was interested in trying out BlazBlue Central Fiction because I haven't really ever gotten into the Arc System fighting games, neither BlazBlue or Guilty Gear. In fact, the only one I've played is Dragon Ball FighterZ, which I only played because it's a Dragon Ball game. But I was interested in trying them. I had a friend who was really into them, and I think I did try Guilty Gear once at a friend's house ages ago. So, but now that I've got this, I've played it for a bit. I've gone through the story mode quite a bit, which I can't show on stream because Arxis don't tend to like that. But I will be just going through the arcade mode. I thought that would be a good way. I can go through the characters I like, what I like about the game, and what I think could be improved. So let me know again about the audio and if it's any good, and if I need to make any edits to either the game itself or my own audio, just tell me. It's a little cold in here, so just give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Hopefully I don't get too heated up trying to play through this game. I think that's good. I know I look very ready for bed-ish, but that is because I probably will go to bed once the stream is done. It's a late night stream for me. Let me just I'm going to pop out the chat so it's easier for me to see. And yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything for me as I play through it, let's not waste time and just go straight to, I guess, quick going over the modes. I haven't tried much of online. If it's like any other fighting game, I'm probably really bad at it online because it'll be filled with people who have significantly more experience in this game than I do. Let's move a bit around it. Collection's nice. I always like collections when it comes to games like this. It's always a good way to see all the nice artwork and learn about the characters. In fact, actually, one thing I did appreciate in this game in the story mode, because the story mode's an Arc Systems type story mode, so it's a lot of dialogue where like it takes about 2 hours to get to your first battle. But being my first BlazBlue game, and this is like the third one I think, there was like a whole 45-minute rundown of the first 2 games story. Hey Tris, Tris online. And in addition to that, there's the library, which helps you catch up on everything, all the terminology and all the characters and everything from the BlazBlue universe, so you can know what's actually going on, because I think that's the key thing, it's knowing what on earth is happening in this game. But, Arcade versus mode, Grim of Abyss mode. I haven't tried much of Grim of Abyss mode, but I have played a bunch of versus mode. So let's do arcade mode. That's what I'm going to do. Stream will probably only be about 30-40 minutes because I will need to get ready for bed afterwards. So the thing that's always kind of pushed me away from Arc Systems games is, I mean, I know a lot of fighting games have unique original characters, but I didn't really grow up on any of them. So like I don't have any sort of attachment to them, but I do have my favourites from this game and my least favourites. I do like Mai Natsumi. I do like playing it. Null's quite good. I like playing as Null. I like playing as Lich Fei Ling. I think she's got a very unique moveset for this game. Ragnar's fine. He's the protagonist fighter, isn't he? What characters I don't like playing as are the cats. Is something I really noticed in this game. I don't like playing as how do you pronounce that? Taokaka. And I don't like playing as Jubi either. And I think there was one more that I didn't like playing as. That was cat-like. Actually, I didn't like playing as Platinum the Trinity at all. Who else was it? I don't remember. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game, or maybe I'm thinking of Makoto. Although I didn't mind her in Cross Tag Battle. I've played that briefly, but I don't actually own it. Let's play as Mai, because I like playing as Mai. The Athena outfit. Let's do stylish just for the audience. So there's stylish and technical. Technical being like proper fighters where combos and all that matter. Whereas the other one is the stylish one that I've done is like auto combo basically. Makes it look a lot cooler, that's for sure. So they do a lot to try and get you into the characters and stuff, which is good because I think fighting games often kind of rely on their cast of characters, the ones you want to play as well as the mechanics, of course. I mean, that's why Smash Brothers is so popular. It's not just that it's fun, but it's obviously all about the characters. And I think a fighting game that has not a weak cast tends to not be remembered as much. But let's jump right into the arcade. So I'm playing it with this. I usually play it with just the Joy-Cons. I don't have a fight stick or anything. But I've been using this recently for Celeste, and just been getting myself back used to this.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
So I'm gonna be warning a lot of people now. I'm not actually very good at fighting games. I tend to do what I feel is right in the moment, as opposed to really learning any combos. It's probably why stylish mode is much better for me. Nice. There is one thing I noticed. So I haven't played much of Guilty Gear, as I said earlier. I did get the Guilty Gear 20th anniversary collection, which I'll probably stream as well at some point. I need to decide if I'll stream it or do a regular video on it. But Guilty Gear's, having played both of them sort of back to back, Guilty Gear is definitely a lot more complicated than Guilty Gear is more complicated than BlazBlue. BlazBlue definitely feels like it's the more beginner friendly of the two of them. Which is probably why they went with like BlazBlue cross battle as opposed to say Guilty Gear cross battle. Because BlazBlue cross tag battle is a very simple fighting game. Like, it's simpler than this. Oh, that's not actually a lie. Earlier that's not a lie. But earlier I said that what was it? What did I say? What did I say earlier? Man, I've forgotten now. Oh, that was it. That Dragon Ball was my first Arc Systems games. But actually, I was quite into the Persona 4 fighting games. I thought those were quite fun. Mainly being a Persona fan, that's what got me into them. I just needed more Persona 4 in my life, and it just happened to come out at the right time. But I remember the story in that game was super long. This one's longer. This one's longer than the story in Persona 4. At least the fights happen a bit more frequently in that game. I feel like I'm playing Labrys's story all the time when I'm doing the campaign mode in this one.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
I'm curious, did they ever do an English dub for the BlazBlue series? Like, this one doesn't have one, unless I've just completely missed it. But I wonder if the PS2 version had one. Because nowadays they're more okay with just, they know in fact a lot of fans prefer the original dubs to the new ones, but it wasn't the same when I feel like the first BlazBlue came out.
Rebel 2. Action.
Should probably stop using the analog stick. I always find playing fighting games easier with the D-pad, even though making combos is a lot easier with the analog stick, because it's easier to do like quarter circle turn and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. Cross Tag does have an English dub. I only played it in Japanese because that's what my mate preferred. Although we saw some of the Ruby cast in English because he wanted to show me how bad Ruby's voice actor is. I don't have an opinion. So if you like it, please don't kill me. But Arc System do have a good way of making interesting movesets for 2D fighters. Like, I feel like a lot of... Maybe it's my novice isn't part of the fighting game community, but I feel like a lot of characters in games like Tekken and Street Fighter have very straightforward martial arts-based movesets. Like, Dead or Alive is all martial arts-based one, but that usually involves just punches and kicks and nothing else. Like, Soul Calibur's quite good for having unique movesets with everyone being forced to use items. And I feel like Arc Systems has a good... like setup for interesting movesets. Even in Dragon Ball Fighters they all had interesting moves because despite the fact that everyone was punching and kicking mostly, by introducing all the partner characters like the Ginyu Forces summoning, everyone had a unique ability and so a lot of characters felt different. It's obviously more pronounced in this one. Well, Arc System don't want me spoiling stuff. So just to... So, I know a lot of you probably already know this. Weak, medium, strong, drive. Just for the sense of full completion of a review. That's all very standard fighting game stuff, with drive being somewhat unique. Like a sort of special attack or a special skill. And then there's the actual special attack when your meter fills up, which I've mapped as ZL. And then that's, you can see what my button layout is. I always tend to have something mapped to the ABCD, even though it's probably pretty easy to do without. Oh, yep. And then command list. See, again, I'm not a fighting person, so remembering half of these. Well, actually, to be fair, they're not very complicated ones. In fact, BlazBlue Cross Battle is quite similar. Probably uses similar looking engine. Oh shit! Instantly get specialed. I can praise it for its flashiness, I suppose. Like, the game, Arc System games are quite flashy in the way they look, and I'm impressed at the sprite work still. Heck, the very fact they still use sprite work for this, because I remember, I think the latest Guilty Gear game uses 3D models that look like they're 2D. That's what Dragon Ball does. So to see them use sprites again in this one, I feel like that's definitely sprites. Like, I can see the pixels on it, unless it's just something with the Switch, slightly lower quality. But I'm not able to compare this game to the other ones because I've not played the PlayStation 4 or I guess Xbox One versions of this game, if the Xbox One has a version of this game. So, like, quality-wise, yeah, I've got nothing I can really compare it to. But it looks really good to me. And it plays, not a frame rate guy, but I think it runs at 60 FPS. I feel like for a fighting game you kind of have to have it run at 60 FPS if you want any kind of, like, if you want it to do any sort of well in the community.
Rebel 1. Action.
Boom. I am interested in what other people think, though, on this game compared to the previous ones. Having not played any of the previous ones, does this feel like the definitive version of BlazBlue? Do people think cross-tag battle is better? Or, yeah, what is generally the consensus for which BlazBlue game is the best one? Because I've played 3 of the Guilty Gear games. I actually quite like the original Guilty Gear, but we'll talk about that another time. But the latest one was also really good. Rip Hackerman. Hackerman, even. So people really want Ragnar the Blood Slayer. Is that? Fuck. If I said that right, Ragnar the Blood Slayer, is it? Someone I think said it up in the chat. No, someone just said Ragnar the Smash. And I wonder, like, I wouldn't mind, I suppose. He has the same voice actor as Gintoki and Joseph Joestar, and I cannot not hear Gintoki specifically because they're both silver-haired swordsmen. So, it's very bizarre to listen to.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Yeah, Miser Boy. I know, it's weird to me as well when I found out. Like, it's not like... Because Guilty Gear also has a boy dressed as a girl character, but it's far more obvious there. It's not obvious for mine. Hello, Unknown RC. How are you doing today? Ooh. Yeah, I mean, she is definitely trans. I mean, she was a boy, is now a girl. Squirrel Girl. Typical bullshit reasons for fighting in fighting games.
The wheel of fate is turning.
It's always something. So I kind of like what Persona 4 did by having everyone fight their own shadows. Like, it kind of made it more justifiable why people were fighting each other. But what is everyone else's, yeah, no one's told me what they think the best BlazBlue game is yet. And who is a lot of everyone's favourite fighters in this one? I've gone through all of them, and some of them I'm just indifferent to, and there's some I quite like. I typically tend to prefer faster characters in fighting games like this, or characters with longer reach. Because, of course, I'm cheap like that. The bigger characters, like the grappling characters and the slower ones like that, I'm not massive on. I like that everyone has their own sort of story in the arcade mode. Like, that's nice. Which is something I kind of wish Smash would do. Like, I know the new Smash has, like, its own special orders for classic mode, which I suppose is, you know, fine. But it'd be nice to have, like, outro movies or some sort of interaction between the two. Yeah, I like using Noel. I think Noel's a good character. I quite enjoy her in BlazBlue Tag Battle as well. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, yeah, no. What would I say? The chances of Ragnar joining Smash is, to be honest, I don't think it's very high. Like, I feel like there are a lot of bigger third-party characters. I think it would really come to, I don't know what Sakurai's opinion is either on Arc System fighting games. I don't know if he's ever commented on them. He's definitely played them because he's played like everything, but whether or not he thinks it's something that's Smash worthy, it depends on how much he really wants to have fighting games in Smash, I suppose. Like, how does he want to use them? We've obviously got Street Fighter, and we have an assist trophy from Virtua Fighter, and we did have Mii costume from Virtua Fighter, and he's mentioned Tekken quite a few times. But outside of that, I don't think there's been any mention of other traditional fighting games. Mortal Kombat and Soul Calibur don't have anything. And I would argue that both of them are bigger fighting games than either BlazBlue or Guilty Gear. I mean, no, I don't even think it's an argument. They definitely are bigger than those two games. And I also wonder what Ragnar's chances over Soul Bad Guy is, which is still the silliest name. Okay, stop this. Well, that was dumb. See. I'm not a fan of Platinum. Yeah, Platinum is the worst. Platinum is one of the worst BlazBlue characters. I really couldn't understand how to use her at all. Oh shit, that's two. Boom. What on earth is she talking to? Anyway, Alright, final one. So, let me know, who do you want me to go through? Should I do arcade mode or should I do that other mode? Next, the... I can't remember what it's called now because I haven't played it much. Who should I go through? Do you want to pick who you want me to play as? You have until this match is done to do so. And I'll use them next.
何かは知らないが
レリウス
こう
それだけじゃない私をここによ
あの器は今
面白い避けるなやっぱりお前は The wheel of fate is turning Rebel 1 Action Counter Mine win Rebel 2 Action
Boom, perfect finish.
Oh, 器たる素質を宿しているか。だが不完全のようだな。
But yeah, come on guys, pick a character for me.
望んで不完全となったようだが。
うるさいその目で私を見るな私たちは物じゃない
いい
な。
な。
Naoto.
すべての人は物であり、観察対象でしかない。
そのために
Okay, well. Don't need to watch the story, and I'm sure Arc Systems would rather I skip it. So, teenage Ragnar known as Naoto. We skip all that. If you want to watch the credits, you can slow down the stream. Project BB Team. It's very bright. Okay, so Grim of Abyss defeat waves of enemy. Let's do a bit of Grim of Abyss mode.
Please select your character.
So Naruto, you said. No, that Naruto Kurogane. Sure. Yeah, that makes it sound great. Yellow letters. What colour? Like white mage. So many colour options, I'm surprised they just don't let you decide yourself what colour scheme you want. Just go default, be boring. Stylish again. Naoto Kurogane. Maybe I try this with a friend. Oh. I liked Bang. Bang was a fun character in the story.
Rebel 1. Action.
It's kind of like turning survival mode into a proper event type mode. Although clearly I'm not very good at it considering how much health I lost in just the first match. But that's always a problem with fighting games, in my opinion. There isn't enough content in them, which is why I appreciate it more when fighting games do more to it. So when I played Blade Strangers, which I reviewed, one of the criticisms I had for it was that there wasn't really a lot to do. You have arcade mode and story mode, quite typical fighting game things. I'm just gonna stand here. Like, very typical fighting game things, but outside of that, that's really it. There isn't a lot to do. Oh, okay. I was just about to win, though. Yeah, there's not actually a lot to do in Blade Strangers once you've beaten the story. Unless you just really want to play the versus mode, of course. But I think, like, especially after playing this, I think Blade Strangers is a little slower. Like, I played it with a friend after playing a bit of Guilty Gear, and it definitely felt it. Which is probably why it didn't last very much. It wasn't nearly as flashy or fast-paced as the others. It's also not very balanced, because Curly just destroys everything. Still fun, though. I enjoyed it. Whereas I think there is enough content in Central Fiction that if you were not massively into the fighting game community, you just like playing fighting games, there's still a lot to do there. Ooh. I wish I got a bit of health back though, considering. Naoto wins. I probably will do, if enough people want it, I'll probably do a BlazBlue or content on. We know what our next handful will be, but I see enough support for Ragnar from the community that I think doing one would be fun. Plus I think I could come up with a lot of really fun spirit battles and a classic mode for him, so that'd be good. Oh, shoot. Rat. Alright, calm down, Azrael. Didn't get very far apparently. Max depth 24 out of 100, great. But I can strengthen Naoto. Nice. I have everything there. That's like a proper little RPG mode, which is quite good. So, right. Pick another character. Actually, no, I'll pick a character this time, but you can pick one in the next one. Feel him. Let's do this one. This sounds fun. play Bullet.
Bullet.
Yeah, level 8's fine. I probably won't win.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
See, does Bullet count as a cat girl? Because she doesn't have the ears, but she definitely has a tail. Unless the ears are just hidden and I can't see them. I'm gonna say no because I actually don't mind playing as Bullet. And as I said at the beginning, I don't tend to play as any of the cat girls. Or like them. I should just say the cat people, because one of them's not even a girl. Astro. Who is best girl? Ooh. Don't know. I would say Mai, but, you know. Yeah, then again, I could still say Mai. Like I said at the beginning, the two I like the most are Mai and the Chinese woman. She definitely has a weird run though, does Bullet. Well, that didn't work, did it? Oh, it's about. It is about. Okay.
The wheel of fate is turning.
I'm presuming it's designed to look like
Action.
the tail. Oh no. Yeah. No, my health didn't go down at all. I wonder if that's was part of this mode. It's all based on time. I don't know why it wanted me to hide that. Litchi.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised Makoto has the most lewd content considering how she looks. Yeah, I didn't quite understand Arakune. He's another one of those characters I don't quite do. Go away.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Yeah. I like this speed mode. It's a lot of fun. Tsubaki. Yeah, I don't mind Tsubaki. I don't really have an opinion on her either way. I'll be perfectly honest. I feel like her personality is an archetype I've seen quite a few times. It reminds me a bit of Cordelia from Fire Emblem, but I don't think it's just the hair though. I mean, not in moveset wise, obviously. No. Shit. There, give up, do that. No, Skullgirls is confirmed for Switch, I'm pretty sure. I think Skullgirls comes out this summer. Pretty sure it was confirmed for Switch. Pretty sure. Yeah, I quite like literally just because of her moveset. Like, I think it's really cool, and it's like the guy who plays snooker in Guilty Gear. Like, I like his moveset because it's quite unusual. No. Jesus, calm down.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Ooh, look at that.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Stop looking so cursed, Noel. Ooh. Look at that. Yeah, gain time. Hat skin. No. Man, Speed King just kind of goes on forever, don't it?
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Shit. Could this be it? Getting beaten about. There we go. See like one good hit on her. Oh no. No, look how many seconds I got. Oh, look at that. 5 seconds to go. Yes, I win. Damn straight I do. I'm not getting past anymore, though, not with 5 seconds. Weird Puppet Man is where I'm going to have to end this. Guys, who am I playing as next? Come on. There we go. Stage 11 though. It was clutch. Yeah. Oh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, there are 16 in Speedstar. Okay. Sure, why not? It's Speed King is the mode. So bright. No, Speed Star mode, sorry. Actually, is there English voice acting? I'm pretty sure there isn't. Yeah, there isn't. Just want to make sure I hadn't missed anything. I'm gonna do one final match. So come on, guys. I need a character. You're gonna have to pick one for me before, otherwise I'm gonna go with fucking random. So, first one to name someone gets it. I think it's lagging a bit. Play Mai. I already played Mai. Mai was who I did in arcade mode. So I'd like to try someone who's not Mai, Bullet, or this guy, Kurogane. Carl. Oh, Carl, this guy. Alright. I'm not very good with Carl. I should say. I haven't played a massive amount. Sorry, someone already suggested Carl, so I'm going to go with him. But I'll go against Terumi, why not? Susanoo, Jin. Which one is Terumi again? What, which one's Terumi again? Why can I not find? Why do it feels like I'm going through everyone, but the one I've been asked to use. Which one's telling me? Oh, here we go. Just like went around basically every character. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Keep it even playing field. Any background music will do. That is one thing I like about these fighting games, when you pick the music and every character has their own theme and stuff. I mean, Street Fighter does that as well, but I like it's a lot of the music in this. So it's always good.
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
Damn. Puppet fighters. I'm not good with Rosalina and Luma either. Should have a better posture. Looking at myself in the camera like slouching. Stay away from me, you. Yeah.
Carl, win. Rebel 3. Action.
No! Oh! Ah! Alright, I'm gonna do one more because I lost that. But I'm not good with puppet characters. Someone asked for Hibiki, so let's do that.
Please select your character.
I'm gonna be doing this again where I can't blooming find someone who's right in front of my face. There we go. It's like Levi from Attack on Titan. Actually, what's the most Levi-esque outfit he's got? Disappointed that he doesn't seem to have one. Guess I'll go with this one. Go on, go against you, Gintoki. Ragnar the Blood Edge.
まあ誰相手してやるよ
The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 1. Action.
That's better.
BBT win. Rebel 2.
What is that kind of weapon called? Like, they use it in attack. It is literally the same weapon as Attack on Titan. And I don't know which one came first. I have a feeling BlazBlue, but... like... I'm curious what the weapon type is called, like the disposable sword. Yeah, that's better. That's a better way to end this. Right, it's been about an hour, so I think this is a good place to end this. So my overall thoughts on... yeah, I do actually want to do a review on Umihara Kawase Fresh on Switch, so look, you can look forward to that. I just need to figure out when it comes out and make sure I've got time for it. But on BlazBlue, my overall impressions, because this is technically a review, is that I enjoy it. I think it's a very good 2D fighting game. I can see why a lot of people like it. It's a lot easier than most fighting games. Like, I find it easier to play through BlazBlue than Guilty Gear or Street Fighter. Tekken's obviously a bit different, it's 3D. Dragon Ball FighterZ is still easier. It's probably the easiest Arc Systems game to get into, if not the easiest fighting game. And Cross Tag Battle is also a lot of easier of a game. But I think this is a good one for beginners. It's because it's less complicated than Guilty Gear. If you're looking to get into anime fighters and not licensed anime fighters, this is probably a good one to start on. I think it runs really well on the Switch. A friend of mine didn't like it because of the Joy-Cons not having D-pad, proper D-pad. But you can get fighting stick, and if you have a Pro Controller, you can use the traditional D-pad. So there's no reason why you couldn't play it on the Switch as your main system. I think there's a lot of content here in Central Fiction. There's a stupidly long story mode, as Arc Systems tends to do, and that's entirely up to you whether you want to read all that text in or not. But the arcade mode is good, as you saw here. Each character seems to have their own individual stories and different pathways from the beginning, it looks like you can pick from. There's the weird RPG magic mode, the grimoire mode, and that's like quite good. That's you can level up your characters and stuff, and that with the amount of characters in this game, that's quite an incentive. Speed King is quite good. I had a lot of fun with Speed King. It's a shame I couldn't make it to the end, but I enjoyed it. And then Score Attack is, it's also good. It's pretty much Score Attack like in other fighting games. There's just a lot of fan service in this game, and I think it expects newcomers to the series, which is why you've got stuff like the glossary and recapping the whole story. So at the beginning of the story, if you want to, it's entirely optional. And I think that's good. I think that's really good at getting people into the series. I know I'm interested in it. At least I know a bit more about the characters here in Ragnar the Blood Edge, considering the amount of people who ask for him in Smash. So I hope to cover more of this game in the future. It was fun. I enjoy it. I don't think it beats out the more traditional fighters for me, but that's purely nostalgia based, really. I mean, I grew up with Tekken. I much prefer Tekken's like my favourite fighting game, not including Smash Brothers. But as far as 2D fighters go, this is a good one. It's a very flashy one, and I look forward to seeing a proper, not like a cross tag battle, that's obviously what they're focused on, but the next main BlazBlue game, and what they'll do with that there and how they'll take the story. So, with that, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching me play through this. Let me know what you think. Next time I do a stream like this, it'll probably be for Guilty Gear, keeping up the Arc Systems games, I suppose, and get them all. The Guilty Gear 20th anniversary one just came out, and this is already out on the Switch. It's been out for a little bit now. So if you are interested, if you like what you saw, pick it up. I want to thank PQube for sending us this game to review. Like I said, I've always wanted to try the BlazBlue series, and I'm glad they've given me this opportunity. And always, special thanks to all the patrons. They don't tend to appear on the screen. I wonder if I've got a picture of the Duke of Dorks I can just slap on the screen. I should have one somewhere. If not, I could very easily find one. I'm not looking through all my files. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta do it. I gotta represent. But you all know where his channel is, down in the description. As always, if you haven't been there yet, why not? Here we go. Change this. Where is it? Boom. There you go. If you don't know who the Duke of Dorks is, check him out. He does quite good videos. I like a lot of his reimagining stuff. In particular, his latest video on reimagining Zelda, like what a Zelda game would be like if Zelda was the protagonist. It was pretty interesting. I quite liked his ideas, and I do agree with him that a Zelda game where Zelda's the main character should be around using your brain to solve problems, because she's the wisdom side of the Triforce. But yeah, there you go. Duke of Dorks and all the rest of the patrons who I want to thank. And yeah, look forward to all of our next stuff. I hope you enjoyed this, or hit that like and subscribe if you did. I want to try doing more streams of games. I promised I'd stream Dragon Quest 3 if Erdrick got into Smash. That's something I plan on do. And I've always promised I'd stream Gex for a while, so I just need to find the time to do it. I'm just rambling at this point. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it as well. Alright, with that, guys, always remember to return to the source.